Hello, you're all very welcome here to Belfield for coverage of round 3 of the Liberty Insurance All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. It's a game between Wexford and Offaly. I'm joined by Claire O'Connor and Kate Kelly to discuss the game as we go along. And Claire, first of all, two teams that on any given day play out sort of tight games, I suppose, and two teams that are looking for their first win in the championship.
Of course, yeah. I mean, both teams are looking for this game and hungry actually to have the game, given the lack of camogie they've had this year. So you can see that both teams from the warm-up here have been quite intense. And, you know, the aim of the game is always to win. And I'm sure both teams are very eager to play this game, despite actually a winner not taking anything out of the game. It's actually a little bit irrelevant in the sense that nobody can proceed because Galway have been so strong in this group. But regardless, I think they're eager to play the camogie when the conditions allow, and I think it's good for both teams, to be honest with you, because from what I can see and from what I've been reading and stuff, there's a lot of young minors on this Offaly team. They'll be eager to get a couple of games into them, even in preparation for next year, because like ourselves, a young growing team, just want to get some inter-county camogie under their belts, because ordinarily, as we all know, you'd have that in the league. Didn't have the league this year. I mean, Wexford had one game, as we mentioned a couple of times previous to this, in their first game against Galway, so they'll be eager just to get a few games in and to feel the intensity of championship and to get a taste for what it's going to be like, hopefully with a clear run at 2021.
Yeah, and as you just mentioned there, this has been nearly almost like a pre-season, because next season's Camogie League and Championship could be upon us, particularly the league could be upon us, and management may be looking at it, maybe trying new things today, or maybe trying different players in different positions and things like this, Claire.
Well, definitely, because today is a free rein for both teams in a sense, because they can be experimental with players, they can be experimental with styles of play, and they can try things that they wouldn't ordinarily try, because there is no result essentially from winning the game or losing today. So they can try things that you might be afraid to try maybe in the last round of the championship in an ordinary camogie year. So I really think it's a great chance for both teams to kind of try new things, vet new players, all those sorts of things. So yeah, I think both teams would definitely be looking forward to it, and as you said, I would say the league is pretty much only around the corner after Christmas, as things have moved on the last few years, so it is kind of pre-season in a sense, really, yes.
And in terms of the lineouts then, on the Offaly team, in goal we have Mairead Jennings, and the backline Sarah Walsh, Trina MacDonald, Lorraine Keena. Michaela Morgan is replaced by Anna Roddy, Grace Tean and Sharon Shanahan. In the middle of the field, Grania Dolan and Roisin Egan. Half forward line, Siobhan Flannery, Grania Egan, Anne-Marie Guinan, Christine Cleary, Sarah Harding and Debbie Flynn. So the Offaly side, Claire, who are the ones to watch there?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm very surprised at number 5 that Michaela Morgan is not lining out. For whatever reason, she has been basically a kingpin of Offaly camogie for the past few years, and Grace Tean is very, very strong at centre back as well. But Michaela Morgan will be a huge loss for them today. St. Rina's duo of Grania Dolan and Roisin Egan would know each other very well, would know the style of play, and would be very, very strong at senior club level, as would their cohort Siobhan Flannery at wing forward. Very experienced player, great free taker, knows the game inside out, and has been on this panel for years. Grania Egan, like that half forward line, Anne-Marie Guinan, young players, lots of young players coming in, so it's kind of exciting for Offaly to be trying out these players today. And it'll be interesting to see what the midfield duo can come up with today on the Offaly side.
And in terms of the Wexford line out, then there are a couple of changes from the programme. We have number 18, Anya Lacey, is going to start. Number 19, Anae Curran, is going to start. 22, Tara Doyle, and 23, Chloe Fox. And we have Jackie Quigley, Roisin Kelly, Nora Higgins and Katie O'Connor not going to play today. So we've had different Wexford teams, or slightly different Wexford teams on the 3 games so far, Claire.
Absolutely, and you can nearly see there's 7 changes to what the actual programme says to the girls starting today. Of course, we know some terms and conditions apply this year. There's various different reasons, new jobs and HSE jobs, so people can't play, or somebody might be a COVID contact, so they're not entitled to play. And poor Offaly, it happened to them in their first round of the championship. They actually couldn't play their first game versus Cork, which was a disappointment to them. But that's life this year, So same situation for us here. A couple of players are just not available to play today. But Anya Lacey is in at full back instead of Anna Hennessy, and Anna Hennessy goes to wing back instead of Katie O'Connor. So Laura Brennan is in the goal, Laura Dempsey is at number 2, Anya Lacey is full back, and Louise O'Leary is at number 4. Anna Hennessy is right wing back, Sarah O'Connor centre back, and Emma Walsh at half back. Ciara O'Connor is joined by Linda Bulger, her St Martin's companion at midfield. Annie Curran, Shelley Keogh, both from Oulart, and Chloe Fox from the Martins on the half-forward line. And then we have Mag Byrne, Joanne Dillon at full forward, and Tara Doyle at corner forward. And interestingly enough, it's nice to see that that players are being moved around, that people are being trialed and errored in new places. For Anna Hennessy there coming out to wing back, I mean, she settled in well at full back for club and county this year, and now she's getting her chance at wing back, which is a little bit more free flowing and less intense for her to try out, a young player. So it's nice to get a chance in a couple of positions, last game of the year, and it's nice to see her getting an opportunity there. Probably worth mentioning the stellar work that Shelley Keogh and Chloe Fox did in the half-forward line last week against Cork. Their tracking back was immense, and I kind of really like seeing Shelley Keogh in that role because she does it with the club as well. She kind of falls out around midfield, tracks back a lot, almost like how the Limerick senior hurlers like to play. Half-forward line doing an awful lot of work. So Annie Curran certainly has the legs to do that. So does Shelley, and the fitness, and Chloe Fox certainly has the brain. So between them, they should do Trojan work there on the half-forward line. I'd love to see Joanne Dillon getting a little bit more ball at full forward. Sometimes it's hard when you're the only forward left in there and you're dealing with 2 defenders, and it's hard to get good possession first of all because you're dealing with 2 backs, and in fairness to her, any ball that she gets, she makes something of it and she works really hard. So I'd like to see her getting a bit more decent ball today, and nice to see Tara Doyle coming in there for a corner forward start today as well, just to mix things up a bit. And I think it's really good that all these players, young and old, new, and are getting a chance today. It's our last game before 2021, so like to see them doing their very best and getting a win here today.
And the referee today here in Belfield is Liz Dempsey. And in terms of the conditions, we had a shower of rain here about 10 minutes ago, so the ground is going to be wet maybe, and the ball will be wet certainly for the early stages. But other than that, it's a reasonably warm day considering we're well into November now at this stage, and there's not much wind really, Claire. So other than the small bit of wetness on the ground from a few minutes ago, good conditions here. Honestly,
you wouldn't mind playing this kind of weather at all. It's probably better than what you get in March and sometimes April. So lovely conditions, bit of a breeze, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
And it looks like Wexford are going to be defending the town end goal here in Belfield, as they'll have a slight wind at their back in the first half, as we're almost ready to start here in Belfield. And just a small little break or a pause there. The Offaly goalkeeper is sprinting down to the goal. And no positional switches yet that we can see, Claire, from what we called out a few moments ago anyway.
No, we'll give it a minute and see how things settle in.
And the game is on, and the ball breaks. First of all there, Sarah O'Connor tries to rise it for Wexford, and it's touched on the ground on that occasion, and a free in now to Offaly. Free in to be taken by Siobhan Flannery of St. Rynagh's. Into the slight breeze in her face, and the referee is just calling the Wexford player to be back a little bit further from the ball. Free from Flannery is going to drop in around the edge of the square maybe, and it's come off a hurling out for a 45. I think the umpire called wide, but it's a 45 in fact to Offaly, and a bright start for them, Claire.
Yeah, dangerous ball in there by Siobhan Flannery. Ordinarily she would pop those over the bar. Maybe the breeze is a bit of a hindrance. No, it's been given for a puck out. Okay, so obviously the umpire got the better of the argument there, and it's Emma Walsh sends a hand pass inside here now, and there's a chance maybe for Wexford to go on the attack. Ciara O'Connor offloads it over the far side there. Good sidestep by Linda Bulger. She's created a bit of space, and that shot has gone to the right hand side and wide, but a good bit of work there initially. Yeah, pity. Linda really did well there, took the pass well from Ciara and sidestepped well, and just a pity didn't finish for us.
Mairead Jennings with the puck out. It's going to land out around the 65 here. Sarah O'Connor is in a race with it with Anne-Marie Guinan. Guinan has it up, but an Acorn does well. Ball inside here now to Linda Bulger. Linda has it up, hand pass inside to Sarah O'Connor. Some good interplay here by Wexford. O'Connor sends it forward into the full forward line, but it's gone a little bit far, and as far as Jennings in the goal, who does well. Good work there by the Offaly defence to clear their lines, and it's being carried out of defence now, and there's a good bit of pressure there from the Wexford attack, but this ball is sent forward here towards Debbie Flynn, but well defended by Louise O'Leary on that occasion. Sent forward up the line here, and A. Curran is there, and so too is Grania Dolan. Inside again to Roisin Egan for Offaly, and some good play here forward again to Debbie Flynn. Debbie sends it crossfield, a good low crossfield ball. Sarah Harding is racing out ahead of Anya Lacey here, and Harding has it. A shot from Harding, and the opening score of the game for Offaly, and some very good work set up by that good crossfield ball by Debbie Flynn there.
Brilliant ball by Debbie Flynn, brilliant crossfield ball, gave her the opportunity into the space, and it's a well gotten score by Offaly.
Ciara O'Connor offloads it to Sarah O'Connor, who picks out Anna Hennessy over this near side now for Wexford, who'll be looking to level it up again. Anna offloads it to Chloe Fox, and Chloe spots a run over the far side. That ball is a little bit overhit, however, but Mag Byrne does well to turn. Mag Byrne and Lorraine Keane are there. Mag has it up, some good pressure from Keena, but it's back here now with an A. Curran, who just maybe took her eye off it as the ball arrived, and there's a scramble for it now on the 20-metre line. There's a chance here now for Mag Byrne, an advantage being played to Wexford inside here, and there's a chance for Tara Doyle, but the free has been given, and a chance for Wexford to level the scores now, Claire.
Yeah, some good work there. Maybe Chloe could have offloaded to an Acorn previously to when Anae actually got possession there, because she was on her own and well within her range to shoot. But it's nice to see the Wexford players are spreading out, looking for giving options for everyone, moving into space and playing a classic 15 on 15 here so far as we can see.
And Linda Bulger points the free there very effortlessly, and we have a level game here now in Belfield. Wexford a point and Offaly a point. Mairead Jennings with the puck out again. It's landing out around the middle of the field again. The ball just goes over a couple of heads there. It's Sarah O'Connor's first to it for Wexford. There's a battle for it here now again. Who's going to lay claim to it? There's a number of bodies in there. We'll see who comes away with it now, and it's the Offaly midfielder Grania Dolan laid off, and it's sent in forward towards Debbie Flynn here in the full forward line for Offaly. Flynn has it under control, hand pass inside to Harding again, and offloaded here. There's a great chance of a goal, but there's a brilliant save on that occasion, and the danger was averted. Anne-Marie Guinan nearly had a goal there for Offaly, but it's now, I think, Wexford with the ball. There was maybe a drop of the hurl there, but it wasn't spotted as Laura Dempsey clears her lines now for Wexford down here to the middle of the field, where Offaly have it under control again. A good sidestep on that occasion, and there's a chance maybe for Offaly to go on the attack inside here now to Roisin Egan. Roisin's first touch was just a little bit loose, but so too was the swing by Emma Walsh, and no complaints about the free in there, Claire.
No, you couldn't complain. She was just trying to get to the ball, but unfortunately it was a bit high. This should go over the bar by Siobhan Flannery. But nice to see the girls defending well back there, and Anya Lacey, I thought might have been maybe unlucky not to get a free out there, but that's how it goes sometimes.
The second chance now for Siobhan Flannery to point a free. No mistake this time. That one goes sailing out over the black spot, and Offaly go back into a lead, 2 points to 1 here. Laura Brennan with the puck out. This one again is landing out around the middle of the field. The ball bounces off the hand of Joanne Dillon, but she has it now, being pursued there by Trina MacDonald, sent in long by Dillon in towards the goal. Good work here again by the goalkeeper Mairead Jennings, and picks out a clever pass there to Sarah Walsh. Sarah sends it up the line, but it's intercepted on that occasion by Ciara O'Connor, who's marauding forward here now, and sends the ball over the bar. An excellent, good piece of goalkeeping there initially, and then a good score by Ciara O'Connor.
Good keeping, but she probably could have been better. The clearance probably could have come better off Sarah Walsh, but that's nice to see Ciara O'Connor bursting forward. That's the second time we've seen her bursting forward, and a lovely score picked off. Nice to see her hurling with confidence like that.
And the puck out just evades Grania Egan there, and it breaks to Sarah O'Connor for Wexford. She's trying to burst clear, and there's an advantage being played to Wexford at the moment as it's sent forward here, and there is a chance, a long shot from a long way out, but the umpire is looking closely at it. And that has gone over the bar. An excellent score there
really
for Wexford.
Nice score. Well done to Sarah. And like we said earlier, Anae Curran has a great range, and it was good to see her shoot and a good score.
Low puck out again, finds the Offaly midfielder who's been bottled up and tackled there, Roisin Egan, but Egan does well to send it forward as far as Grania. Grania again in turn sends it further up the line where it's intercepted on that occasion, but the ball breaks here in favour of the Offaly forwards, and there was a little bit of holding there by Laura Dempsey, and a free in, I think, on Christine Cleary there, and a free into Offaly, Claire.
Yeah, probably maybe a little bit of panic there, because you know, when a forward gets inside you like that, the last thing you want to do is let them get a free run in. So, you know, unfortunately, you know, you have to try something to try and stop them at that space rather than letting them in towards goal.
3 points to 2 to Wexford here after a few minutes of play in Belfield, but there's a chance now for Siobhan Flannery to level proceedings again here. And no mistake again by Flannery, and we have a level game again.
And two scores from 2 frees for Flannery, and you know, we can't afford to be giving away frees, I suppose, at this stage of the game. It's early days, and we don't want to concede frees.
And there's a ball is under control here now with Offaly again, and Flannery sends it out over towards Grania Egan at the far side, and the shot from long range. The goalkeeper's looking anxiously at it and tapping the crossbar. An excellent score there from long range by Grania Egan, Claire.
Good score and good work from Siobhan Flannery there to spot her and picked her out perfectly, and a lovely score for Offaly.
Laura Brennan with the puck out again. Again, it's over towards Joanne Dillon, similar to the previous one, but Joanne was maybe clattered a little bit there on that occasion. She's still on the ground, but it's Anne-Marie Guinan with it now for Offaly inside here now, and Offaly have had the better of these last couple of minutes here as Sharon Shanahan sends it forward, but it's intercepted nicely by Louise O'Leary, who's trying to get forward now at pace for Wexford, but the ball breaks here and it's flicked away again by O'Leary, and we have a scramble for it on the ground now. Debbie Flynn is in over for Offaly, and good work here by Flynn to send it forward, but there's also some good defending there, and the ball breaks here to Anna Hennessy. Anna inside to Linda Bulger, offloaded again perhaps maybe to Sarah O'Connor. The first touch from Sarah is good, just to flick it into her own path, but again there's Offaly players there in numbers, and Grania Dolan has it sent over the far side where Christine Cleary there is out in front of Laura Brennan. Good work here by Cleary, she has it under control now. Sent in, but Louise O'Leary reads it well for Wexford, and a chance to clear her lines there now forward with Chloe Fox, but it just evades Chloe, and I think it's going to go out over the sideline for an Offaly line ball there. Yeah,
Louise reading the ball very well there, and she also has her hands full with Debbie Flynn, who's a good player, good strong player, so pity that didn't get to Chloe there. Also 2 puckouts going to Joanne Dillon. If we could just master her fielding in the air, I think we could have an attack there every time Joanne gets her hands on the ball.
And Sarah O'Connor and Grania Egan were racing to that one, but it's won by Wexford, and Ciara O'Connor sends it and picks out Shelley Keogh over the far side. Shelley in turn picks out Linda Bulger. Some good interplay here by the Wexford girls. Back to Shelley Keogh again, but it's intercepted. Maybe a little bit of overplay there, intercepted by Grace Tehan, and Offaly have the ball under control again. It's Roisin Egan, and Roisin threw it up and caught it according to the referee. A free in now for Wexford, but there was some good initial play there maybe, Claire, but maybe one pass too many perhaps.
Yeah, of course, and sometimes we tend to do that when we're eager to push forward, but Shelley Keogh could easily have carried that a bit more herself, as could Linda, but some good work by Shelley there to get back and put the Offaly midfielder under pressure, and we have a free now, so hopefully that'll push back to level.
And it's going to be Linda Bulger to take it. She scored a free already. And now she has 2, so we have a level game yet again here, and it looks like we're going to have a tight game throughout, Claire.
Yeah, and all the better if the girls can keep putting those frees over. We lost a few last week against Cork that we really could have done with, so it's nice to see them going over today for them.
Emma Walsh forward here, and the ball breaks there. Tara Doyle is trying to get it up for Wexford, but it's very close to the sideline now for at this near side, but good work by Grania Dolan to send it inside to Roisin Egan. Egan is under a little bit of pressure from Linda Bulger, but does well. Great hook there by Joanne Dillon, and Chloe Fox flicks it away out over the sideline, and there's no indication from the linesman yet as to which way it's going to go. I think he might be
good work from the Wexford forwards,
ball,
though. Good work from the Wexford forwards there, putting those girls under pressure. They're not giving the Offaly girls a chance to clear the ball properly, so it's good to see it.
Perhaps the referee is going to throw it in. Perhaps there was a little bit of confusion as to who came off last, so there's going to be a throw-in ball here at this very near side as teams are level here, 4 points apiece. Linda Bulger has it under control and is just held as she was trying to get away from the Offaly defender Anna Roddy at that, or Lana Roddy at that stage, and the free in now and a chance for Wexford to go ahead. Claire.
Yep, and like I said earlier, we want every free. We probably could have done with scoring a couple of our own frees last week, so hopefully now this will go over the bar and push us ahead by 1.
And that free from Linda Bulger has gone nicely over the bar, and Wexford lead by 5 points to 4. Will we stop the count now, Claire?
That's really, really good now, and very good score by Linda. Earned it herself, and great to see it going over.
Mairead Jennings puck out again, breaks here in favour of Offaly, and maybe they have a chance to draw level again. Grania Dolan has it, but there's some good work by the Wexford midfielders to defend against that one, and the ball breaks to Linda Bulger again. She's been bright in these early stages for Wexford. Hand pass is intercepted, however, and by Sharon Shanahan over there, but it breaks favourably to an A. Curran, and a good sidestep to get inside, and the strike off her left in towards the full forward line. Joanne Dillon is there and nearly has it under control, but excellent defending there by Trina MacDonald to clear her lines for Offaly, and sent forward again by Roisin Egan in towards Debbie Flynn here in the corner. This is a good battle so far between Flynn and O'Leary, and O'Leary gets the better of it on this occasion. Some good work there by the Ratnure girl to pick out a pass as well further forward. A battle for it now out around the middle of the field, and it breaks here to Shelley Keogh, and Wexford have the chance to extend their lead perhaps. Can Keogh make something happen for Wexford? A shot off the hurl, and that has gone over the bar. That's a really excellent skill to be able to execute there, Claire.
Really good score, and again Louise winning that battle there. Really well read, coming out in front, winning the ball, quick pass. We need to keep moving the ball quickly as opposed to overpassing it, so great work from Shelley Keogh there to finish it as well. I noticed that Offaly aren't using the quick puck out too much, which is probably suiting us to get back into our positions.
And that low puck out found Siobhan Flannery over the far side, who sends it up the line. Christine Cleary is trying to get it under control. She's under pressure, however, there from Laura Dempsey. The ball breaks here to Anne-Marie Guine, and Anne-Marie is blocked down by Anna Hennessy, and the ball breaks here. Dangerous maybe moment here for Wexford. There's a great chance for Offaly. Some good work here, but there's over carrying according to the referee perhaps, and free out now for Wexford. Good
work there by Laura and by Anya, trying to defend and bottle up the incoming forward Christine Cleary, who is dangerous, so good work there, and a well-earned free out.
So it's 6 points to 4 here in Belfield on a lovely November day here in the Liberty Insurance All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. Laura Brennan with the puck, or with the free I should say. It breaks out around the half forward line for Wexford there, but it's nicely defended by Sharon Shanahan. Hand pass off to Siobhan Flannery, who's scored 2 points in this game already. Scooped forward to Anne-Marie Guine. Anne-Marie has a bit of time to steady herself and send the ball towards the goal, but it's gone to the right hand side and wide on that occasion, and puck out again. Short puck out, and Wexford are on the attack. Low ball in towards Mag Byrne. Mag lets it skip past her and has the turn a little bit maybe on the Offaly defence, but there's some good work there by the Offaly defence. But Mag gets the strike away, and in as far as Trina MacDonald, the Offaly full back. Joanne Dillon is there trying to put pressure on, but MacDonald has it up again now and is being tackled on the way out. Joanne Dillon is still there trying to get it under control, and Tara Doyle has it now for Wexford. There's a great chance here maybe for Wexford to add a 7-point. Doyle is still on the run but can't get away from the Offaly defender. Some very nice defending there by Offaly, and there's a bit of a scramble for the ball on the ground, and it breaks to an Offaly back. I just can't quite pick out who it is over there. It's the cornerback Sarah Walsh who offloads it, and it's out here now as far as Ciara O'Connor. Ciara sees the run of Shelley Keogh, but the first touch of the Offaly player there just skips past her, but Shelley has it back inside to Ciara O'Connor again, but again it just spills away from O'Connor on that occasion. Grace Teaton is there, but so too is Ciara O'Connor for Wexford, and that ball is over the bar, and a little bit of scrappy play on occasion there, Claire, but that was very good finish by Ciara O'Connor.
Yeah, the girls found the space, moved away from the cramped style over in the far corner, and again, like I said earlier, nice to see Ciara O'Connor pushing forward there, showing her ability, and a lovely touch over the bar.
And it's 7 points to 4 here to Loch Ormond after the opening quarter of the game, and 11 points in the opening 15 minutes. We've seen some very nice scores and some good open play, Claire.
Nice scores, good free taking, nice scores, and lovely to see Wexford pushing forward. I like the fact that they're just given 15 on 15 a bit of time. You see Joanne Dillon on the ball a lot more because it is that style play today. Maybe in other games against the Galways and the Corks you might tend to play that extra back, and they're just going with the 15 today, and I actually think it's suiting us because we're overlapping well, passing the ball, eager to push forward, which is all good. And nice to see our defenders coming out in front and tracking back well, and our forwards working really hard. I'd like to see Joanne Dillon getting. I know I've mentioned her twice or three times, but she's so dangerous when she gets the ball in her hand. She's been marshalled well at the moment by Trina MacDonald, but if she got some nice clean ball into the corners, it'd be nice to see what she could do with it. We're kind of moving well, I think, in general, reading the ball well, and taking our scores when given them. I think, I suppose Linda Bulger's doing a lot of hard work there, middle of the field. She's making herself available. She's happy to put in the work, and she's giving and receiving passes and taking her frees well. So overall, I'd say Wexford will be happy with the first quarter, and I'd say maybe Offaly will need to up it in this second quarter to match the amount of maybe possession and hurling that the Wexford girls have been doing.
And the bright sparks for Offaly so far in the opening minutes, Debbie Flynn set up that score for Sarah Harding. Since then, Louise O'Leary and Flynn have had a good battle. I suppose Roisin Egan has gone on plenty of the ball around the middle of the field here for Offaly, and Sharon Shanahan has been solid alongside Trina MacDonald in that defence for Offaly so far. So some bright moments for them as well, Claire.
Exactly, and like we mentioned earlier, you have a half-forward line, a strong half-forward line for Offaly. Thankfully, the Wexford girls are in control at the minute, but you wouldn't want to give the likes of Siobhan Flannery or Emery Guinan too much space, or Christine Cleary there in the corner. She's speedy and she's skillful, so everyone's doing their job well, and I think Wexford deserve to be on top after the first quarter.
And the game will resume now with a puck out from Mairead Jennings in the Offaly goal. Jennings has been very solid in that goal so far in the opening quarter of the game here in Belfield. The short puck out this time goes as far as Lorraine Keena. Mag Byrne is trying to close down the space a little bit, but Lorraine is marauding forward here, and the ball breaks as far as Sharon Shanahan again. Inside here, and there's some good defending by Wexford, and the ball has been overturned, and A. Curran has it now. And A will be looking for options maybe further forward. I think send hand pass in towards Chloe Fox. This is danger maybe. Some good work here. Offloaded to Shelley Keogh. The first touch is down. The ball is on the ground now, and Offaly are back to defending numbers now, and trying to clear her lines there was Grace Tehan, but it was blocked down nicely. It's back with Tehan again. Tehan off her left, sends it 40 yards up the line here. Grania Dolan was trying to be there, but it's Joanne Dillon now for Wexford, and straight over the bar. We could see from a great camera angle here, Claire, that was right over the black
lovely
spot.
Lovely score and lovely work from the Wexford forwards. You know, that's the kind of pressure you need to put on all defenders trying to get out with the ball, and you know, it came from pressure from our Wexford forwards, and a lovely push forward again by Wexford.
Mairead Jennings again with the puck out as a lower trajectory on this occasion, and it finds the way to Grania Egan. Grania's trying to get away from Sarah O'Connor here. Some good work by Egan. Hand pass off here to Debbie Flynn. A shot, a great flick away by Sarah O'Connor there. Important, vital interception by O'Connor. She has the head up now looking for options. Linda Bulger is picked out here around the half back line, and Bulger is trying to get away from the Offaly player on that occasion, and sent forward here in towards Mag Byrne in the corner. Byrne has it up and under control. Lorraine Keena is out after her now, cutting off the space there is Grace Tehan, and the ball breaks to the ground here, and Offaly have it back again. Some good work in defence there by Offaly when they were under a good bit of pressure. Cleared by Tehan there is half hooked, but it finds its way to Roisin Egan. Roisin, a low ball up, is trying to pick out Debbie Flynn here, but it's intercepted by Emma Walsh. Good work here by Lynn Barntown woman for Wexford. The ball sent forward again. Sharon Shanahan is out in front, but it's flicked away nicely by Anna Hennessy and out over the sideline, and a line ball to Offaly.
Just to go back, Peter, to our two defenders there, Louise and Sarah O'Connor. Louise had to leave her corner forward to take on Grania Egan there at centre forward. Perfectly timed, forced a high hand pass, and gave Sarah O'Connor enough time to get back and do a brilliant block or a dispossession. So I mean, really good work there and really well timed.
Sharon Shanahan, a well-struck line ball, finds its way all the way through here to Laura Dempsey for Wexford, who has it in the corner. Hand pass forward to Louise O'Leary is intercepted here, and it's forward by Christine Cleary, and there's plenty of space inside here now for Grania Egan. There's a chance for Offaly. Egan in the shot, it's half blocked. Good work there, safe work by Laura Dempsey or Laura Brennan, but it's blocked down. The clearance is blocked, and Sarah Harding has it. Hand pass back here to Debbie Flynn. She dropped the hurl, I think, and it's going to be a free out for Wexford. And haven't played all of a career being allowed to drop the hurl. I suppose it's a habit that some players might find it difficult to.
Hard to lose that habit, after 20 years of playing it. Laura Brennan just blocked down there, but Anya Lacey on it, really, really quick to read what was going to happen there with the ball, and very, very good work, because it's not traditional for Anya Lacey to play at full back, so you'd have to compliment her there, and again, good work from the full back line. Maybe Gron Egan slipped away there at centre forward, so we'll need to watch that going forward, that the Offaly players aren't sneaking inside there to take a pass.
That was 8 points to 4 here in Belfield to Wexford at the moment in the Liberty Insurance All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship round 3, and the ball breaks here around the half back line for Offaly. It was batted down by Trina MacDonald, and there was a foul for a free for a chop there by Roisin Egan, and it's going to be a free in now to Wexford and a chance to go into a 5-point lead, Claire.
Yeah, and well earned by Ciara O'Connor again. She was just making a move to go forward there, and stopped in her tracks by Trina MacDonald, and thankfully the free is going Wexford way.
And Chloe Fox is the one to stand over it now for Wexford. And that one has gone wide, but Linda Bulger had a 100% record so far in the frees. Claire, I'd be inclined to leave the player that's taking them on it all the time.
Sure, in general you would, but maybe it was just a decision to get somebody else onto them just in case.
And Offaly with possession again. Anne-Marie Guinan catches that one well. It was almost out of her grasp, but she does well. Low ball in here. Debbie Flynn has got the march on Laura Dempsey, and there's a chance of a goal, a shot and a goal for Offaly. Some very good work there by Debbie Flynn. Also very good work by Anne-Marie Guinan out around the middle of the field to set it up, Claire, and exactly what Offaly needed.
Yeah, and like we were saying, you can't give that half forward line. Anne-Marie Guinan, very sharp, young player, and brilliant ball in. Debbie Flynn has been looking dangerous. She's now operating in the far corner on Laura, so good goal for them.
Puck out one by Joanne Dillon there inside to Anne Curran. Anne is trying to get it under control, but Roisin Egan has possession of it now for Offaly. She's looking for Trina MacDonald on the outside, and MacDonald does well. Offloaded here now to Grania Dolan, who's managed to skip clear of the opposite number 8. Ciara O'Connor and Offaly have their tails up now in the last few moments, but it's well intercepted on that occasion by Sarah O'Connor. Sarah's under pressure by Grace Teen and fouled by Teen, and a free out now for Wexford, and a chance maybe just to settle down, I suppose, for a minute or two.
Thankfully a free to us. Hard work there by Sarah O'Connor. It feels like Offaly are having a bit of a purple patch with that goal. It'll give them confidence to push on, so it was nice to see Sarah winning that free out for Wexford.
And the free is taken by Ciara O'Connor, who sends it low in towards Shelley Keogh. Shelley has been marshalled there by Trina MacDonald, who's played very well in these opening stages of this first half for Offaly. Low ball in towards Tara Doyle. Tara's under pressure from Sarah Walsh over there near the corner, very close to the end line. Who's going to get the better of it here? It's Mag Byrne with possession outside again to Shelley Keogh. Shelley has Linda Bulger further out here if she opts to go that way, but it's well blocked down there by the Offaly defender Anne-Marie Guinan over the far side, but Linda Bulger has it now in towards the goal, but great first touch there by Mairead Jennings in the Offaly goal, and she picks out Grania Dolan out the wing here very well. Dolan and Anna Hennessy are in a battle for it, and Dolan is with it, sends it forward here to Grace Teen, and there's some good work there by Anne Curran here very close to the sideline, and Anne has the ball under control now for Wexford, back to Ciara O'Connor, who picks out Shelley Keogh in the middle. Shelley plants the feet but is blocked down by Anne-Marie Guinan. Keogh again, there was a collision between her and Roisin Egan, and Wexford have a chance again. Chloe Fox with it. Fox is fouled there, and free in now for Wexford again. Claire.
Nicely orchestrated by Chloe there, and exactly what we need in front of the goal just to push our lead on to 2 points. And good work by Shelley, hard work. Offaly are certainly stepping up, and they're playing quite deeply. You see Roisin Egan there and Grania Dolan, the Offaly midfield. Playing quite a deep role, and likewise you kind of see Anne-Marie Guinan back there, number 12, wing forward, and Siobhan Flannery, and they're at their own 45, so they're definitely playing a deep game and trying to open it up front for Offaly.
And we're back with Linda Bulger on the frees now for Wexford. She scored 3 out of 3 so far. Wexford still hold on to that 1 point lead. It was 4 until that brilliant goal by Debbie Flynn only a few moments ago for Offaly. Linda Bulger points the free, and we're back to a 2 point game again. 9 points to 1-4. As Anne-Marie Guinan is down injured on the 45 metre line, and that gives a chance for everyone to catch their breath, I suppose.
Yeah, a good drive by Offaly now to try and push up to level the game in the second quarter. But nice to see Wexford picking up a score or two just to keep their noses in front. And we are playing with a little bit of a breeze, so you'd want every score, despite it only being a light enough breeze. You need every score, and good to see Linda popping over that free again and just pushing us 2 points in front.
Mairead Jennings is trying to survey her options here and picks out an excellent run being made here by the Offaly centre forward Grania Egan. That was a good worked move by the Offaly players there, but Grania just threw the ball out over the sideline as she was trying to strike it forward that time, Claire. But we could see the movement of the Offaly forwards in winning that puck out.
Yeah, coming very, very, deep into their own half nearly, but took our centre back out of position. But good work from Emma and Sarah there to keep the pressure on.
Good movement, created a bit of space there for Sarah O'Connor Ciara O'Connor back to Sarah O'Connor and forward to Linda Bulger. Linda off her left hand side and over the bar, and the St Martin's girls really combined very well on that occasion.
A lovely score, really well done from the sideline through the three players and over the bar, and quick ball and a longer ball in, not just the short play.
Short puck out by Jennings again to Sarah Walsh, the cornerback for Offaly. Sarah's charging clear with it, offloaded now to Grania Dolan. Grania forward here, and it's inside now to Grania Egan. Grania Egan, a low ball in towards Debbie Flynn. Debbie is being pursued by Laura Dempsey over there. Some good work and a good battle over there again. Flynn has it. She tried to strike it off her left hand side but just couldn't reach it. Back here now, and Offaly have a chance to rebuild again. Anne-Marie Guinan plants the feet, but she's blocked down by Chloe Fox, and the ball squirts as far as Sarah O'Connor, who sends it long in towards the corner. Tara Doyle is out after it, but Sarah Walsh is there first for Offaly. Walsh still has it inside now to Trina MacDonald, and on again to Grace T, and Grace high and long up the field to try and set Offaly on the attack again. The ball bounces there right in front of Debbie Flynn, offloaded here to Anne-Marie Guinan. Guinan off her left sends it into the full forward line towards Christine Cleary, but it's well defended by Louise O'Leary again. And O'Leary has it out in front. Cleary is not giving up for Offaly, however, and this is a good battle on the ground here. And the ball just gets caught underneath the leg of Louise O'Leary, and I think it's going to be a throw in, Claire.
Yeah, throw ball, and neither Christine Cleary or Louise O'Leary were given in there, and that's what you need. That's what you need in every championship game, and that's what you need for every single ball you're contesting, especially if you think you haven't got a 50-50 chance of winning it.
And that throw in was nicely won by Louise O'Leary. The ball broke to Emma Walsh, offloaded here to Ine Curran, forward to Mag Byrne. Mag has managed to get on the right side of Lorraine Keena, and maybe Wexford have a chance to extend their lead yet again. It's 10 points to 1-4 here with Mag Byrne. Kilrush has a chance, scooped forward here, and there's a bit of confusion in the Offaly defence, and it was deflected into the goal, I think by Sarah Walsh there, but it might be given in the papers to Mag Byrne, but it was some good work by Mag Byrne to set it up, Claire.
Lovely, and a lovely push through, but a full back line's worst nightmare and a goalkeeper's worst nightmare. I mean, they will not want to see that back. They'll be very disappointed. Lack of communication there. Just a quick call. It's in our favour now, but they'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah, it was obviously the Offaly cornerback and the goalkeeper were just a little bit, they weren't sure who was going to go for it, maybe, Claire, and it just fell nicely from a Wexford point of view. Forward here, excellently caught by Sarah O'Connor, and Wexford maybe have a little bit of momentum behind them now again. Linda Bulger offloaded, it's intercepted however nicely by the Offaly player there, and offloaded here to Christine Cleary, who's blocked down by Linda Bulger. It was a nice interception there by Roisin Egan, but it's Mag Byrne again who caused that goal to be scored moments ago. Mag Byrne, she sent low in towards Mairead Jennings, maybe over the bar, but I suppose perhaps it might have been just mishit a little bit. But Grania Dolan has it here now for Offaly, and it's sent long over towards the far side where Siobhan Flannery is there, and Flannery has it on the right side of Emma Walsh. Emma is trying to get back, but Flannery sends it low in towards Sarah Harding in the full forward line. Good work to be out in front by Harding. The Offaly mentors are appealing for a free in there, but the referee doesn't listen to that appeal anyway, and the ball is here. Debbie Flynn flicks it away, and we have a scramble for it again here just inside the D. Offaly needs something to get back into this game. Wexford lead by 6. Some good work here by Anya Lacey. Offloaded, and again it's cleared by Sarah O'Connor down as far as Ine Curran here, but first to the breaking ball was Sharon Shanahan. Some good work here by Shanahan. She's been very impressive for Offaly so far in this game.
Yeah, a hard worker. She's a hard worker with her club as well, and a very hard worker at all levels, so she's just earned a free there. Maybe a little bit sloppy by Ine, probably didn't need to be conceded, but the other chance is that she drives the ball into the square where we've just been under pressure and people are trying to get their breath back. So sometimes it's hard to know, do you track back? Ine certainly has the speed, so look at it. It's a chance now for Siobhan Flannery to put another score on the board for Offaly.
Flannery from approximately 50 metres out, she scored 2 pointed frees already. It's one Offaly need. Or 6 points down at the moment. They are playing into a slight breeze, but it's only a very slight breeze, and I don't think it's worth 6 points to any team at the moment. But Flannery sends that one on its way in over the bar. An excellent score there by Siobhan Flannery again, and it's 1-10 now to 1-5 to Wexford. Laura Brennan with the puck out. She tries to find a run at Joanne Dillon there over the far side, and Joanne seems to be the target for many puck outs from a Wexford point of view. Sent low, well gathered by Mairead Jennings there in the Offaly goal, and she sends it low out towards the side here. There's a race between Chloe Fox, but the race is won there by the Offaly defender Grace Tehan, and the hand pass back to Tehan there just went astray, and Shelley Keogh has it under control now again for Wexford. Keogh off her left hand side and over the bar. An excellent score there by Shelley Keogh.
Yeah, really
a little
good.
bit lax, I suppose, from the Offaly full back line perhaps.
Yeah, really good score by Shelley. Capitalised on their mistake. Yeah, maybe a bit of a short pass and not clear cut enough. I probably felt that Joanne probably could have thrown it over the bar herself initially, but it was great to win it back there by Shelley, and a lovely score off her typical left hand side. It was a really good score.
111 to 1-5 now here in Belfield in the Liberty Insurance All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship, and the puck out from Mairead Jennings is sent over towards the far side. Sharon Shanahan has it under control now for Offaly, sent forward here to Siobhan Flannery. Flannery is the top scorer for Offaly so far. She's well marshalled, however, by the Wexford defence. Hand pass back here to Grania Dolan. Grania is trying to pick out Sarah Harding in the full forward line. Harding is out in front here of Anya Lacey. A good twist in the turn here, but Lacey is still there for Wexford. Harding still has it under control for Offaly, however, and just can't get inside Anya Lacey, Claire, and that was some very good defence.
Absolutely excellent. As I said, she's not a typical full-back player for a club or county. I mean, I think she's doing tremendous work there. She's marshalling the square well. Height, strength and great reader of the game. So she's doing really, really well there and put Sarah Harding under huge pressure.
And it's Shelley Keogh with it now, very close to that far sideline. The ball is back onto the ground, and an Offaly girl has it under control. I can't quite see who it is over there.
I thought Shelley Keogh might have earned a free herself there previous to that free out, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
Sharon Shanahan it was who won the free. I think she was pushing the back according to the referee's signal anyway, Claire.
Yeah, Sharon's busy today, and that's her second free to win within 5 minutes. Maybe Shelley was unlucky for a free before that, but it's not going in Wexford's favour now.
And a free taken by Grace Tehan is sent into the corner towards Debbie Flynn, but it's well defended by the Wexford girls again. And A. Curran over the far side, sent over this near side here, but the referee Liz Dempsey blows for half time, and it's Wexford who lead by 111 to 1-5 here in a very end-to-end game, but Wexford seem to have got the better of it, particularly in the last 5 or 10 minutes, Claire.
Yeah, I'd say after the water, well, Wexford certainly dominated the first quarter, I felt, and then as after the water break, Offaly came out all guns blazing, scored a brilliant goal in fairness, and pushed them on, gave them confidence to push on a little bit more. There was only 2 between them at one stage. Then Wexford were down a point at one stage, so it was nice to see Wexford pull back with that goal in the second half, and I'd say in the last 5 minutes, yeah, they kind of have taken over a little bit. We still need to watch those Offaly forwards. They're very dangerous. They seem to understand each other well. You've got a lot of busy quick forwards who are happy to move forward with the ball. Maybe we haven't been doing that as much in the last 5 or 10 minutes, but yet we seem to be dominating by letting the ball in, pushing on, not too much short passing, which can be brilliant sometimes, and then other times you just like to see a quick ball going in. Our girls are working really hard, and it's just nice to see them putting in a confident display, and we have no use of an extra defender on the Wexford team, and I actually think it's suiting them today. Maybe it's the opposition, maybe they're kind of going with confidence, 15 on 15, but it's kind of refreshing to see it for a change. It's not so much tactical as, more driven hurling, more driven camogie, direct, aggressive, attacking camogie. So it's nice to see.
And we certainly have a very interesting second half in store here. We'll just take a break for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes with coverage of that second half. And welcome back. The officials are just making their way out onto the field. And Kate Kelly, you were down pitch side there for the first half. Kate, what did you make of what you saw?
Yeah, very positive performance from Wexford today, and they're going 15 on 15 and they're pushing up. You'd have to say great performance so far from Anya Lacey at full back, very steady and strong there. Linda's doing quite well. 5 points to her name already, and up front as well, Joanne scored a fantastic point. Overall, I'd be happy enough, but I'd like to see him pushing on now in the second half and putting a good distance between the two teams, because I think Wexford have the potential to put it between them, and you can sense that the game doesn't have a meaning. It's more about pride. So just to go and express themselves in the second half and give themselves that bit of confidence for next year.
And we were just saying, like, if the season goes ahead as normal, like, next season is not that terribly far away, and if you can finish the season on a bit of a high, it'll give the girls a bit of a boost going on to the start next season.
Yeah, hugely, I think. And as you say, it's probably 2 months to the start of a league campaign, and if they did put a good distance between the two teams and get a great performance in now in the second half, to build on the first half, that does give a good stepping stone into the league next year.
Well, we're almost ready to go again. In fact, we're on again as Roisin Egan wins the earliest possession of the second half for Offaly, and an early chance for them with the free now to set up an attack, and Offaly are going to need to make something happen to come back into the game, Claire.
Yeah, 6 points between them. We have won 7 out of our 111 scored from play, so that's a good score, I suppose. This is Siobhan Flannery. She's 3 points already. Can't see her missing this one, but she's on the midway line, and the breeze seems to be totally gone, whatever was in it. So we'll see what can she pop it over.
And a shot from Flannery is landing in around the danger zone. In fact, it's gone all the way over the bar from the middle of the field, and a really excellent score there, Kate.
Yeah, and a real trademark free from Siobhan Flannery. Over the years, that's been her. She's been excellent on the frees, and she's not going to miss anything from the midfield in.
And the puck out breaks off the hand of Chloe Fox there. And now there's a battle for it on the ground over the far side. Shelley Keogh just I suppose, ended up on the back of the Offaly player a little bit there, and a free now to Offaly again, Claire.
She was eager. She was just eager to get the ball. It started the second half. We let her off with that one.
It's a little bit further than the last one, so the only thing that might catch her is distance on this.
Certainly the extra angle makes that little bit longer, but we saw only moments ago that Siobhan Flannery has an excellent strike of a ball, and if she can score this, Offaly are back to within 4 points. It's going to land in short, however, in around the danger zone. The ball bounces off Anya Lacey there, and Anya seems to have twisted her ankle or something on the way out there, and it's out to Laura Dempsey. Laura's trying to break clear with it now for Wexford. Hand pass inside to Ciara O'Connor. Ciara sends it long. It's well read here by Trina MacDonald. Joanne Dillon is there, however, for Wexford, maybe outnumbered a little bit. Dillon is still battling away, but the ball is on the ground now. MacDonald is still there for Offaly, but Linda Bulger flicks it away for Wexford, and a hand pass back here to Shelley Keogh. Shelley has it, a left-handed strike by Shelley over towards Mag Byrne here, and Mag has it on the right side of Lorraine Keena here. A chance for Byrne. She's blocked down nicely by Sarah Walsh. Some excellent cornerback play there by the two Offaly cornerbacks. Lorraine Keena has it now again. The clearance is mishit slightly, but Sharon Shanahan is first to it now for Offaly. Shanahan bursts clear, hand pass forward here to Roisin Egan. Roisin in turn gives it to Ganya Dolan, and there's a little bit of space in front of Dolan here now, and the Offaly defence played that one very calmly, Claire.
Yeah, and really, they are working it out well, but you can see that the Wexford girls are tracking back the whole time. Grace Teen there, happy to push forward from number 6, but
chance now for Offaly.
Can't get them in.
Sarah Harding has it. The hurl was dropped again, and it's going to be a free out, and that happened 2 or 3 times as we saw in the first half, Kate, with players maybe forgetting they're not allowed to drop the hurl anymore.
Yeah, no, and it's a hard one to get used to, because you probably didn't have the luxury of the league or anything to lead into it, but
like we said, this is only Wexford's 4th game in this entire year. I would be a bit worried and concerned about Anya Lacey there. When she cleared that last ball, she seemed to limp out of her position, and she's getting a bit of care there, but it seems to be an ankle injury or something. I'd hate to lose her at this stage. I think she's having a great game, and she's keeping everything steady from the back, and she's able to create almost a passage of play up the field from the delivery of the ball she's given out from full back, and I'd hate to see her go at this stage of the game.
And a yellow card there for Sarah Harding. Perhaps it was for a little bit of dissent, Kate.
I'd imagine it was a bit of dissent, because realistically I thought it was a free in. The referee did signal a free in first, and now it seems to be a free out.
The referee is also discussing something with Anya Lacey. Perhaps she's just noting the injury maybe in the book. Referees take notes of injuries perhaps, yeah. That seems to be all it
I'm
is.
really disappointed to see Anya Lacey leave the pitch now, because I think she had a stellar performance at full back, humble and strong and honest. So it's a pity to see her go. It'll be interesting to see how Wexford handle this one. Natural progression would be to put Anna Hennessy back there, who has played at full back already. So you might think, yeah, it kind of looks like that's what's going to happen here now, that Anna is going to fall back into full back.
Katie O'Connor has just been introduced and she's been brought in at wing back, and Anna Hennessy has gone from wing back to full back for Wexford as Laura Brennan takes this free now. It's over the near side. The ball bounces off the hand of Emma Walsh there, and Debbie Flynn has it now for Offaly in a small little bit of space here. There's a run being made inside, but the ball is nearly almost intercepted by Linda Bulger, and she has it again on the second occasion to head up now, but she saw rightly that Offaly had plenty of defenders at home. Sarah O'Connor sends this one longer further forward into the full forward line here, where Mag Byrne is out in front. Byrne has it up under control away from Lorraine Keena, and Keena just grabbed the hurl of Mag Byrne, and some good work there, but Linda Bulger spotted that time, Kate, that there was no one up there for Wexford and turned back the other way.
Yeah, no, it was excellent vision from Linda there, because from the midfield to the probably 45 there wasn't a Wexford player in sight, and gave him an opportunity to push up by turning around and playing it back to Sarah, and Sarah had a few minutes to play it in, and an excellent ball into Mags Byrne. That's the kind of ball that Mags needs, and she drew the free, which is excellent.
I actually think that ball is working for Wexford, to be honest. Shelley Keogh did it earlier, a few minutes earlier, and Shelley Keogh likes to send in a long low ball too, so I do think that's working for Wexford. If we could get a few more balls in there like that, it might help us.
And the cornerback for Offaly, Lorraine Keena, received the yellow card for that incident, and Linda Bulger has taken the free. That one is slightly mishit, however it's going to land in here, and Mairead Jennings has it under control, and she's held a little bit as she was trying to break clear, Kate.
Yeah, a bit of a tug back there from Tara, I'd have to say, so an easy clearance for Offaly when we had so much pressure in around the goal mouth.
Sent forward here by Alana Roddy, but the ball has gone out over the sideline for a Wexford line ball now, Claire.
Yeah, and a credit to Mairead Jennings in the goal for Offaly. I mean, she's an excellent first touch in the ball. She seems to be she's managing very well, with the exception of that goal that went horribly wrong for herself in the corner back. She's having a great day today for Offaly.
And that line ball goes all the way as far as the Offaly fullback Trina MacDonald, who strikes it off her left hand side and a long way down here towards Debbie Flynn. It's well defended by Laura Dempsey, and Sarah O'Connor cuts across, and the ball just spills out over the line, deflected over the line according to the linesman, and a Wexford line ball. I think maybe Wexford slightly got the rub of the green there, Claire.
Yeah, Debbie Flynn will be disappointed with that, but she doesn't seem to be putting up too much of an argument, so Sarah will take it herself.
And a well-struck line ball here, Chloe Fox, but it's flicked away by Alana Roddy there. Good defending. And Christine Cleary has it, but she's blocked down by Shelley Keogh, and the Wexford girls are battling strongly, but so too are the Offaly girls, and who's going to lay claim to it now? We have a bit of a ruck for it here. And it's Shelley Keogh who comes clear with it now for Wexford. Can she get room to get a strike away? She can, but only as far as Trina MacDonald, and we played 15 on 15 in the first half, Kate, but it seems as though Wexford have decided to drop a girl back.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely playing more defensive this half, and I think it's suiting Offaly more than it's suiting us, because they've definitely got off to a better start in this half than we have.
Some good attacking and defending there. Anne-Marie Guinan was on the rampage, but she was intercepted, and Sarah O'Connor burst clear with it now for Wexford to the sub who was brought in there moments ago, Katie O'Connor. Good work here by Katie. Katie sends it long and further forward, but only as far as the Offaly spare woman again, and it's Trina MacDonald who sends it forward. Breaks here, and first to it is Grace T, and Grace has it and is pushed in the back by Anna Hennessy. A free in now for Offaly, and if you play a spare person back, Claire, the long clearances don't work generally.
I think we're not using our defence probably as efficiently as we were. I mean, Trina MacDonald is good, obviously, to read the ball there, but we are kind of delivering it into the path where she can run onto it and clear it nicely. So I see there that Tara Doyle has come out maybe to stand on the half forward line now, and we can't be doing those sort of things in these matches. Like these are the exact matches where we need to see what's working for us, and according to what we have seen in the first half, that 15 on 15 did work for us and worked well. So maybe we can get back into more of an attacking game with this puck out.
And Siobhan Flannery makes no mistake with the resultant free there, and she has 5 points now, and Offaly have won 8. It's Wexford Sorry, 1-7. It's Wexford 1-11, Offaly 1-7. As the puck out here tries to pick out Joanne Dillon again. A good first touch by Joanne to have the ball under control, and she skips clear very easily from Roisin Egan there. Dillon takes on Trina MacDonald and takes a shot and sends it over the bar, and that's a really excellent score, Kate.
Absolutely brilliant score for Joanne Dillon. She took it, from the puck out and took on her player there to see would anything else come of it, but an excellent point by Joanne Dillon.
And just before that last free was taken off, he made a substitute. Emma Mulrooney, number 18, was brought in for number 13, Christine Cleary. So that's a change there on the Offaly team. Emma Mulrooney for Christine Cleary as Offaly win a free here around the middle of the field. Won nicely there by Roisin Egan, and it's going to be Siobhan Flannery with another chance, Claire.
From the same position at midfield, her third in a row. She, practice makes perfect, I suppose, and this is number 3 for her now. She's normally excellent on the frees, as she has been today so far with 5, so she could make this her 6th.
The free from Flannery is high and long and very accurate and over the bar. An excellent score again, Kate.
Yeah, excellent score. It was nearly an identical position as her first free straight after the half. So another great score by Siobhan. I do feel that Wexford do need to push back up while we're playing a sweeper back. Our half-forward line are actually playing deep as well.
Some good work here by Shelley Keogh, but the pass in forward didn't go to plan, and Trina MacDonald intercepts it for Offaly. There's some good battling away here, and Chloe Fox has it now for Wexford. Can she find room to get a strike away? She can, and an excellent score by Chloe Fox there. She did very well to find that little bit of room to take the strike, Claire.
Excellent, really good step out, and good work by Shelley Keogh to win that initial ball, coming through, beating 2 Offaly girls and relieving the ball. So good work overall, and nice to see Wexford getting the scores. I kind of feel like we need a few more scores to get us going again.
And there's a battle again for the ball out around the middle of the field here, and it's a substitute, Emma Mulrooney, who has her first touch at the ball, and it spills out over the sideline for an Offaly line ball at that far side, and we have a scoreline of 113 to 1-8 here in Belfield, and a lovely afternoon for hurling considering it's November, Kate.
Yeah, brilliant. We're blessed with the weather, that they've had great conditions for their 3 games, to be fair.
Katie O'Connor with it now, trying to get away from Emma Mulrooney there. Good work by O'Connor. There's some also good defending by Offaly, however, and Mulrooney is over it again. She's got involved in plenty of the play since she's been brought in only a couple of moments ago. This looks more like a rugby, a maul in a rugby match, but the ball breaks clear eventually, and Offaly have it again, and the Offaly defender on that occasion was just held back, and it's going to be a free now to Offaly again. I think it was Lorraine Keena who was fouled on that occasion, Kate, and a free now for Offaly again.
Yeah, and Siobhan is fancying her chances with these, even though it is a good distance out, but any ball in around the square has potential to cause harm.
Again, 4th ball on the middle of the field between the 2 midfield lines.
This one is the toughest of the 4 so far, and it's a good strike by Flannery, going to land in around the danger zone, but it's gone wide, and the Wexford defenders just let it go wide on that occasion. Offaly had no one at the end line, and Wexford retained their 5-point lead. Puck out again from Laura Brennan over towards the far side, and A. Kearns tries to flick it on, but the ball breaks here to Siobhan Flannery. Offaly have it again. Roisin Egan skips clear from Joanne Dillon and tries to pick out Emma Mulrooney further up the line. Emma is being pursued. The 2 substitutes are over there, Katie O'Connor and Emma Mulrooney, but that was I suppose a clear push in the back, Kate, and a free again for Offaly.
Yeah, a really soft free from Katie. I could see where the attraction was. She was so close to the line, she just wanted to give her a little tip out over, but it was a blatant free, and possible another point for Siobhan.
And that's a little bit of a worry creeping into the Wexford play in the second half, Claire. That's 5 or 6 frees now that Wexford have conceded.
Yeah, some through heavy tackling, some kind of unnecessary, but like Kate said there, the temptation to give her a little nudge out over the line was there. We just need to watch that. We need to be careful because 6-7 of the Offaly scores are now from frees.
And Siobhan Flannery sends that one over the bar to the great cheers of the other forwards for Offaly, and that's 7 points now for Siobhan Flannery, and we're back to a 4-point game, 113 to 1-9 here in Belfield in the Liberty Insurance All-Ireland Camogie Championship.
I think maybe the fact that we're not playing in our traditional positions that we did in the first half is not suiting the Wexford players. I think they were more well drilled or something, or their delivery and their passes and their movement off the ball was better when they were in their original 15 positions.
Again, Joanne Dillon is the target, and the ball breaks here to Chloe Fox, who has it under control nicely. Fox is trying to skip clear of the Offaly defence, but the ball breaks to the ground. Tara Doyle has it now for Wexford, offloaded there just a little bit too high, and Linda Bulger couldn't quite reach it, but has it up on the second occasion. Bulger up the line there as far as Joanne Dillon, who's out in front of Trina MacDonald. An excellent first touch, a really brilliant first touch by Joanne Dillon here, and there's a chance now for Wexford maybe to get a score back. A shot, a great save by Mairead Jennings in the Offaly goal, and the ball breaks here to Sarah Walsh. Hand pass outside, and some good work in defence there by Offaly, but good work by Joanne Dillon as well, Kate.
Yeah, a great move in off the, from the corner by Joanne Dillon to get herself an angle to get a shot on the goal, but a great save by the Offaly goalie all the same.
Grace Tehan with it now, and it's just flicked away from Grace by Sarah O'Connor, and the ball breaks here to Shelley Keogh. Shelley nearly has it under control in fact, but it's Bills, and Sharon Shanahan is there for Offaly again. She's been an excellent performer here for Offaly so far today, and sends it long in towards the full forward line. Anna Hennessy is there battling away with Sarah Harding, who got the opening score of the game. Wexford come clear with it now through Ciara O'Connor. There was a high tackle by Grania Egan on Ciara O'Connor, and free out now, Claire.
Yeah, Ciara doing some nice work there again. Her third free to win, and nice simple stuff there from Anna Hennessy as well. She's adjusted well to full back, and they're working well again.
A little bit of space here for Anae Curran on this near side. Can she get around Sharon Shanahan? That hasn't been an easy job so far today, as the ball breaks here to Grace Tehan. Grace clears her lines very nicely, but it's intercepted by Ciara O'Connor again, I should say, and Linda Bulger inside to Emma Walsh. This is a good looking move here by Wexford, but there's an excellent block down by Siobhan Flannery. Back with Emma Walsh again over towards Mag Byrne at the far side. Byrne is well out in front of Sarah Walsh, and maybe if she can get it under control, there's a great scoring opportunity here for Wexford. The shot from Mag Byrne is going to be short, and Mairead Jennings deals with it well in the goal again. I'm very impressed with this goalkeeper for Offaly, Mairead Jennings, so far.
Yeah, her first touch is excellent. Her reading of the ball is excellent. Pity there that Mag Byrne didn't have a look at Shelley Keogh. She had made an absolutely blistering run through the centre, and in vain. It would have been a definite score, definitely a point anyway.
And Anna Hennessy was penalised for picking that one off the ground. We couldn't quite see it from here, whether it was just...
I'd say she might have had the hop on it, Peter, but I suppose the referee is a bit closer than me, so unfortunately it's another free in for Offaly. For Wexford though, you'd like to see him pushing on. Like, it's like they're playing with more caution and trying to hold on to their lead instead of pushing on and going at it in the second half.
In fact, their lead has dwindled a little bit since they started to play this style of play, and it's probably going to go to a 3-point game now after this free. Be very surprised if Siobhan misses this one.
And 8 points now for Siobhan Flannery, and the referee has called for the water break here in Belfield. But although she was penalised that time, Anna Hennessy, you still like to see a fullback charging out to the ball and getting out in front. Kate.
Yeah, definitely. I like that she took it on and made the first move for it. Is brilliancy, and I always think that lifts the team so much if you see the fullback bursting out with the ball out. But she was just a bit unlucky there, and as I said, the referee was a lot closer than I was. I did think there was a little bit of a hop on the ball, but we're down to a 3-point game now in the last 15 minutes, and
it was
an interesting last 15 minutes. Really,
it's literally half what it was at half time. We were up by 6 at half time. Now it's water break. It's only 3, and I'd love to see Wexford going back to their attacking game. They have the players, they have the workers, they have the potential to do it. They just need to believe in themselves. Or I suppose if a management decides they want to try a certain style of play, this is exactly that kind of day as well, where you have the opportunity, because it doesn't really matter. The end result doesn't have an impact on the future of the championship. So I suppose he is trying to try things as well. It just seems that it would suit Wexford more to keep their attacking game, because we have, brilliant forwards and brilliant potential scorers and runners. Maybe in the last quarter they might try something new. And
you would have to think as well, like the lot of the scores that Offaly got were those kind of more an indiscipline from our side, rather than they haven't been getting the scores free flowing like we have up front. So are we maybe crowding it too much and giving away those soft frees? You would have to, kind of question that around the middle there it's very, very clogged up with players. But look, it's a tight game for the last 15 minutes.
And it is a day for trying these things. So what we'd like to see, I suppose, as a spectacle is different to what a management might be looking at. They might be looking at tactically what they want to use in, the league of 2021, or what might be of a no disrespect to Offaly, but if they're playing the likes of Galway, who are All-Ireland champions, they have to have a plan B, I suppose. So that's the way management and hurling and camogie is gone at the moment. So I suppose you have to try everything on a day where the end result has no impact on your going forward in this championship.
And Wexford have made 2 subs there at the water break. Linda Bulger has been removed, and so too has an A. Curran. Roisin Kelly is in, and I think Nora Higgins has been brought in as well. So 2 changes. Nora Higgins and Roisin Kelly are both in, while an A. Curran and Linda Bulger have been substituted. We're on the way again here. Laura Brennan tries to pick out the substitute Nora Higgins, and Leah Walsh was also brought in there in that at that water break. So three substitutes there for Wexford. Mag Byrne was the other one who was withdrawn, Claire.
And another free one by Sharon Shanahan, the wing back for Offaly, and another free from midfield for Siobhan Flannery. Nice to see the young girls being introduced, though, even if it is for the last quarter. Game time is the most important thing to try and get young players up to speed with what happens in a championship.
And this ball breaks dangerously in around the square, but Laura Brennan reacts well to it in the Wexford goal and sends it out here. It's going to go out over the sideline for a line ball, but that was a dangerous moment there, Kate.
Oh, absolutely, and a great reaction by Laura Brennan. Could have easily been a deflection into the back of the net because it went off 2 players previous to her, getting to the ball, but a great reaction from Laura Brennan.
Line ball, Siobhan Flannery is the one to take it here for Offaly. They have their tails up in the last few minutes. They've managed to cut a 6-point half-time deficit back to a 3-point deficit at the water break here, and that's an excellent line ball by Siobhan Flannery, but it's gone over to the far side on the left-hand side and wide.
Yeah, she'd be disappointed with that. I suppose she was trying it because it is for a 2-point score if you put a sideline over the bar in Camogie, so it would have brought it back to 1, but luckily for Wexford, I suppose that didn't happen.
And Chloe Fox wins the puck out there, but the hand pass is a little bit loose, and Katie O'Connor couldn't get it under control. Emma Mulrooney is there for Offaly, and the ball goes out over the line for a line ball to Offaly over the far side.
Good block down by Chloe Fox. She lost her hurl in the meantime, but at least it prevented the ball from going back into our defence again.
Line ball taken by Alana Roddy there, and it breaks here, and Sarah Harding has it now for Offaly, and there's a chance for Offaly again, and Harding, and a point there for Offaly, and we're back to a 2-point game now, Kate.
Yeah, an excellent line ball, and a great pick up from your full forward there and getting a point. So we're down to a 2-point game. I'd like to see
a good quick puck out there by Laura Brennan. Leah Walsh is the one who receives it forward here to Roisin Kelly. The substitutes are combining a low ball from Roisin in towards Joanne Dillon. Great strength being shown by Joanne Dillon, but some very nice defending there by Alana Roddy, and we have a battle for the ball now just around the edge of the D here, and the referee decides to throw it in.
Pity, because Roisin Kelly had 1 possession there, and she probably would have just popped it over from there. She's well capable of doing that.
Tara Doyle is in for the throw in, but the ball breaks here to Joanne Dillon. Joanne sends a hand pass out, but Sharon Shanahan is there to intercept it for Offaly and send it forward again. Sarah O'Connor is up the highest, but the ball breaks in favour of Offaly again, and Emma Mulrooney. Emma's being pursued by Ciara O'Connor there. O'Connor does well, and so too did Katie O'Connor on that occasion, and it's Katie with it now again. Katie to Sarah O'Connor. Sarah's bottled up by 2 Offaly players, but does well to retain possession. That ball forward is intercepted by Grania Dolan, but again Sarah O'Connor has it. Long ball forward in towards Roisin Kelly here. Roisin is out in front of Sarah Walsh and has it under control. An excellent first touch and pick up there by Roisin Kelly. A good strike over the near side here where Leah Walsh has it. The ball just goes out of Leah's hand, but has it again on the second occasion. The shot from Leah Walsh, and that has gone over the bar, and a really excellent score there by Leah Walsh, Kate.
an excellent cross ball by Roisin Kelly as well. She's only on from the water break, and I'd say she's having her impact so far. So a great score by the 2 subs that came in.
And if you bring that all the way back to Ciara O'Connor winning possession back here to Sarah, to Katie, and moving the ball up the way, that's exactly what we want to see. Our Wexford players pushing on, and that was a really good win in our own 45, and it transpired into a score from Leah Walsh coming in, and the confidence to take that. That's exactly what we want to see with all our young players coming in.
And a very important one, because Offaly had got a number of scores in a row there, Claire, and the game is very tight.
Well, when you think about it, we were 111 at half time. It's, well into the end of the game now, and we're only at 114. So it's 3 points we've scored for the whole of the second half. So yeah, we do need to push on, and we want more scores. And the girls, they're eager to get them. So we need to get that ball up and get our forwards busy again.
And the free from Offaly is sent long. It's going to land in around the full back line here for Wexford. Louise O'Leary tries to get it under control but can't, and the ball is there. Sarah O'Connor Anna Hennessy has it up for Wexford and is charging clear with it, scooped forward here to Chloe Fox. Chloe has it up now in a little bit of time and space to pick out her options. There's only 2 Wexford players further forward, however. Chloe opts to take her own strike, and it's going to head in towards the goal, but again Mairead Jennings deals with it very comfortably in the Offaly goal and picks out a colleague over the far side there, and there's a chance for Offaly to go on the attack again. Emma Mulrooney is the target of that pass, but it's deflected out over the sideline for an Offaly line ball by Katie O'Connor. Again,
a second option for Wexford there. Shelley Keogh had an ocean of space in front of her on the far side here. Maybe it wasn't as easy to see, but that's the kind of ball Shelley Keogh loves, running onto space in front of her. Pop the ball into this. She has the speed, she has the fitness. Just a little bit more foresight to see that Shelley was running into the space.
Emma Mulrooney with the line ball. It finds its way all the way to Siobhan Flannery, who adds to it there, and there's a shot being taken and it's landing in very close and over the bar. An excellent shot taken there by Grania Egan, and a really nice score for Offaly. Kate.
An excellent score for Offaly. They are making the most of any ball they get in there now at this stage, and I think they feel a bit of momentum behind them, and they think this game was within their reach.
And it's definitely within their reach at 2 points. It's their purple patch. Like we said earlier, we do need to pick up a few more scores. We've scored 3 since half time, but there are more scores in the Wexford girls. If we could just push forward and choose the right option maybe up front, rather than going for a long shot, maybe having a look up like we were doing in the first half. We were doing that in the first half. We were looking for options, and we were finding the options. Offaly seemed to be doing that in this second half.
And there's some attention being given here to Sarah O'Connor, who's down with a hand injury for Wexford, just on the edge of the D there, as we have a very interesting closing few minutes here in Belfield in the Liberty Insurance All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship Round 3. It's Wexford who lead by 2 points, but a very even game so far here. It is, of course, I suppose for all intents and purposes a dead rubber, but as we've mentioned, it'll be important for both teams to try and get a win under the belts and maybe give them a good bit of confidence going into next season, which won't be too far away, Kate.
No, absolutely not. And as you say, it is coming down to being a close, tight game for the last 10 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever's left in this.
Nora Higgins is over it now for Wexford, and there's Offaly girls battling away for it there as well. Joanne Dillon tries to flick it ahead. Good first touch there by Joanne Dillon to flick it out ahead of her. Hand pass forward here as far as Shelley Keogh, who flicks it into the path of Leah Walsh. But again, Sharon Shanahan deals with it well, or defends it well and strongly there for Offaly. And Shanahan is over it again. Some very good defending again by Shanahan, and a free out now for Offaly again.
Yeah, her fourth free, and she really does know how to win them on that half back line. Another opportunity for Offaly to get an attack on up front.
Roisin Egan with the free. Sent over towards Grace Tehan there, who's in a race with Shelley Keogh. Keogh wins the race, and Tehan looks a little bit tired at the moment as Shelley Keogh is bursting forward, but that shot is going to land short. Mairead Jennings again in the goal, comfortable there under the high ball in, and picks out Grace Tehan in the half back line here for Offaly. Tara Doyle is trying to put pressure on, but Tehan sends it long down as far as Sarah O'Connor, who intercepts it for Wexford, but the interception goes as far as Emma Mulrooney for Offaly, and Mulrooney offloads it here to Grania Egan. That's intercepted again there by Nora Higgins, who's battling hard and has done since she was brought in at the water break there in the second half. Grania Egan has it again. She was the one who got the previous score for Offaly. Chloe Fox is battling for it on the ground for Wexford now. A very tense last few moments of this game here. Nora Higgins is there for Wexford, and Leah Walsh is also there. Walsh has it up, some good work in the ruck there by Leah Walsh, and to create a little bit of space for the clearance forward to Roisin Kelly, where it's intercepted there by Trina MacDonald, and Kelly just kicks it out over the line for a line ball for Offaly. And this is a very tightly contested last few moments, Kate.
Yeah, definitely, and you can sense it in the Wexford players too. Like when Leah came out with that ball, probably not enough players on the half forward line to collect it and push it up the way. We're playing a little bit on nervousness and too defensive, I think, because we're not really seeing the sweeper impact in this game.
Sharon Shanahan with an excellent line ball down into the corner there, but it's read well by Emma Walsh of Glenbarntown. Emma hand pass forward to Ciara O'Connor, but it's over Ciara's head, and Offaly have it again. Roisin Egan is met up strongly by Sarah O'Connor, and a free in. I think possibly a little bit harsh there as Sarah is trying to claim, but a free into Offaly.
And it's a sign of the pressure that they're under there as well. I mean, they just don't want to let them in. Offaly are pushing hard to try and get a score. If Siobhan Flannery puts this over the bar, it's a 1 point game, but that's pressure the Wexford defence is under now. It's kind of a panicky situation for them as opposed to the first half fluency. Hopefully after whatever way this ball goes, that we can push up and get a score of our own. I think Joanne Dillon, again, like we've said, has won a lot of ball from the puck out, and so I'd like to see her getting onto this next ball, or Chloe Fox, and pushing forward for some kind of a score of her own.
And another chance now for Siobhan Flannery. I think she scored 8 points so far. An excellent free-taking performance. I think it was only the very first one that she missed, but
what you don't want is a lobbing ball into the square at this stage of the game with only 1 or 2 minutes to go.
And that has been sent over the bar, and Flannery has 9 points now, and Offaly are back to within a point. Wexford 114 to 113 for Offaly as Laura Brennan gets the game underway again, and the ball breaks here in favour of Trina MacDonald and Offaly, who picks out Flannery over this near side. Excellent defending there by Sarah O'Connor to kick it clear into her own path, and a free now to Sarah O'Connor, and perhaps you get a soft one back when you get a soft one given against you, Kate, maybe.
Yeah, I would have to say I wasn't sure what that free was for, but look, it's nice to get maybe a soft one back, because it'll take the pressure off Wexford here. A minute of normal time, you have the water stoppages to add on and whatever else she adds on, so you're talking 3 or 4 minutes here still, and it's a 1 point game.
And Ciara O'Connor with the free was sent towards Joanne Dillon. There's a battle for it now, very close to the line. Excellent strength and skill shown by Joanne Dillon there. Hand pass inside to Tara Doyle. Can Tara get a score? The ball, she's just hooked on that occasion. The ball trickles into Mairead Jennings in the Offaly goal, who clears her lines. First to the breaking ball is Katie O'Connor, who flicks it to Ciara O'Connor, and Wexford maybe are finishing this game strongly at the moment. Ciara O'Connor, can she get a pass away? It's out to Chloe Fox at the far side. Chloe has time to plant her feet and strike it, but that strike is going well over to the left hand side here, and Joanne Dillon is getting out after it. She looks quite tired, but has worked very hard in this game for Wexford. Back to Shelley Keogh, the 45 metre line. Emma Walsh is inside her, but Keogh has a bit of time and space now to take her own shot maybe. Crossfield in towards Roisin Kelly, but the ball falls from Lorraine Keena to Roisin Kelly. Roisin is blocked down by Sharon Shanahan, out for a 45. And that was as definite a 45 as you could hope to ever see, Claire.
I think they might use the excuse the clash ball as a wide ball, but she was certainly blocked down anyway. Her ball was blocked down.
And the ball is sent forward in here, and Offaly have a chance again. We're only a 1 point game as Laura Dempsey comes away with it for Wexford, out to Chloe Fox. Chloe is trying to skip away from the Offaly defenders, but there's plenty of them there, but they fouled Chloe Fox, and you'd have to wonder between 4 officials fairly close to that, Kate, that they didn't see it as a 45.
Yeah, I probably could see where the umpire was coming from, that the block was, a clash ball, and probably an easier to give a clash ball and keep but look at it. From here, I thought probably he could have given a 45.
But we are from Wexford.
Call, really.
Yeah. If you were looking for it, if you were a point down now, there might have been a lot of consternation about it. But, the fact that we're a point up, I suppose, we're willing to let it go.
Well, we'll let it go then as Ciara O'Connor stands over this free now just inside her own half for Wexford, as it's 114 to 113. And Linda Bulger has been brought back in for Wexford and has an early retouch on the ball again. Chloe Fox is the one who went off, and Linda Bulger with it again now, trying to charge clear and maybe create a score. She's already scored 5 points in this game. She's caught it 3 times, however, and a free out now for Offaly, and Offaly will have another chance now to draw level in this game, Claire.
Hopefully this ball won't go as far as we think it might go, and Sarah and Katie O'Connor might read it there. The two of them are standing on their own at the minute, so...
Crossfield here, Siobhan Flannery is the target, and Leah Walsh intercepts it. Shelley Keogh is sprinting to it for Wexford, but it's won first there by Grace Tean, and Anne-Marie Guinan sends it up the line here to Siobhan Flannery. A very exciting finish here in Belfield. Louise O'Leary is there for Wexford. The ball is inside here now to Grania Dolan. Grania skips away but doesn't skip away from enough Wexford defenders. Louise O'Leary has it under control. Hand pass back to Emma Walsh, who sprints clear of the Offaly defenders and sends it forward here, but only into a sea of Offaly backs there. One of them is Trina MacDonald, but Shelley Keogh is still there battling away for Wexford. Trina MacDonald has it up again. Hand pass clear to Roisin Egan. Roisin has been met up by Nora Higgins. Good defending there by Higgins, but good play as well by Egan. Intercepted by Emma Walsh, and charging forward now is Grania Dolan. A very exciting finish here in Belfield. That's sent forward. Katie O'Connor is there battling away, and O'Connor is there, but so too is the Offaly player Emma Mulrooney. A great block down by Linda Bulger, and the ball breaks here to Laura Dempsey. There's a couple of Wexford girls on this near side. One of them is Shelley Keogh, if Dempsey can pick her out, but Shelley just can't quite reach that one. And Offaly have a sideline ball here. We're really into the time moments here now in Belfield, Clare. And
absolutely vital block down by Linda Bulger there. When she came in, awful pity that ball didn't get to Shelley Keogh there, but that was a vital block down. Hopefully this sideline won't get too far.
Alana Roddy with the line ball sent forward, but intercepted nicely by Laura Dempsey. Laura sends it forward here to Shelley Keogh. Shelley turns and strikes quickly off her left hand side, and now we have a race between Lorraine Keena and Roisin Kelly. Roisin Kelly of Halfway House Bunclody, Lorraine Keena of Kilcormac Killahy. Kelly has it up and planted her feet to strike it maybe, and was half blocked down by Keena as far as Trina MacDonald here, but Keena slips and it's back with Roisin Kelly again. A second chance, a second bite of the cherry for Roisin Kelly, but that ball is going to go to the left hand side and wide, Kate, and we must be nearly up.
Yeah, I'm wondering where the referee is getting the time, because to be honest it was a fairly free-flowing second half, and we're 4.5, nearly 5 minutes into additional time at this stage. So.
And Trina MacDonald there is half blocked down by Tara Doyle, and the ball breaks to the middle of the field here, and Wexford have it up again. Tara Doyle with it, sent forward in towards Joanne Dillon, but Sarah Walsh reads it best for Offaly and sends Offaly on the attack again. A long ball in towards Siobhan Flannery, who's been the main scorer in chief for Offaly during the course of this game. Flannery is there, but great defending by Katie O'Connor to flick the ball away, and Wexford have another chance to go on the attack again. Forward as far as Ciara O'Connor. Ciara skips back inside, a hand pass to Tara Doyle. Tara plants the feet and strikes it. A good strike. Is it going to go over the bar? The Offaly goalkeeper taps the crossbar, and Tara Doyle sends that one streaming out over the bar, Clare, and an excellent score.
And brilliant from defence up again. That great score and a great win for Wexford.
Fabulous win there by Wexford, Kate, and a great score at the end there by Tara Doyle.
Yeah, excellent score by Tara Doyle, and you know they put a lot of pressure on themselves in the second half. They didn't push on under a great lead they had in the first half, but yeah, a great win for Wexford. And you know, it might only have been 2 points in the end, but a win is a win, and that will, winning brings confidence.
Psychologically, no matter what you do, you finished your year, albeit we're not progressing to the quarterfinals or semi-finals of the championship. They won their final game. They won it with a good fight in the last 10 minutes. Things probably didn't go their way in the second half. Offaly probably were the better in second half performances, but a 2-point win is a great win, and there was a couple of blockdowns there, and things that they had to work really hard for to win, things that weren't certainly 50-50 balls, and they came out on top, and that's what I suppose breeds new players and gets experience into players. When it's a pressurised game, no matter who the opposition, they're the kind of games you want to play, and they're the kind of wins that you want to win.
And in terms of Offaly then, they were 6 points down at one stage and kept plugging away at it and kept battling and really had Wexford under a lot of pressure there. Some very impressive performance. Sharon Shanahan at the half-back line there was particularly impressive, I thought, and Trina MacDonald did quite well, particularly in the spare role in the second half, Kate. So some good signs from an Offaly point of view as well.
Yeah, I'd have to say from an Offaly point of view, they'd have to be proud of their second half performance, especially. They came back from 6 points down. It would have been as easy to throw the towel in. There's nothing to play for today. It was more for pride, and they definitely put a bit of pride back in their jerseys. They fought it out to the end. They didn't have as many games coming into this as Wexford either. Their first game they weren't able to play. So from an Offaly point of view, I would have been happy with that second half performance to get back within 2 points of a game that they were 6 points down, and some very strong performances from players. And Siobhan was excellent on the frees, and really anything from midfield in, she punished Wexford for indiscipline all day.
Yeah, so there was 9 points from Siobhan Flannery there. I think she got 9 out of 10 on the on the scoreable frees, we'll say it, Claire.
Yeah, and you do need a good free taker in every game. And like we mentioned about our Cork game last week, I think it would have made a difference. You know, some days it just doesn't go your way, and some days it does. And today for Siobhan Flannery, it really went her way. You know, but again, you kind of have to look at our own performance in Wexford and what would we aspire to improve on for 2021. And it's definitely that we need to watch our free count, no wasted balls, and rather than taking the maybe sloppy, easier option of stopping them there and fouling, that we do put in the chase and we do put in the work and we do put in a disciplined tackle, which is what you need to keep the likes of Siobhan Flannery at bay. I mean, out of a score of 113, 10 of those points or 9 or 10 of those points were from frees. I mean, you wouldn't be happy as a management team looking at your team with that. But then there are other aspects of the Wexford game that were developed today, and that is that we do like to attack, and we are very good on the front foot as opposed to constantly defending. And I suppose when the girls and management look back on the video of the game today, they will take great positives from the first half of their performance and take great positives in new players coming in and people playing in new positions, and trying new things. So that's probably what today was about, I'd say, for Wexford, was trial of new things, trial of new players. We haven't exactly got a deep panel, and there's not that many. There weren't that many. All our panel wasn't even available for today. It is the 4th game of the year. Wexford are rebuilding, and I think they're rebuilding at a very quick pace, given some of the performances today. And I do think they're gelling well, and I think there's great hope for even the league campaign next year, and playing some of the stronger teams as opposed to travelling to Kerry where we would have been playing in very sloppy conditions in March or April, and getting back to playing the likes of Galway and Cork and Kilkenny in the league to bring us back up to that level where we always contested. And these girls have the potential, and they'll be happy to go away now and work over the winter, have a think about where they're at, where they need to go, because they always strive to improve. And with every year on the field is a greater year for improvement and all the rest of it. So all the very best to both teams for 2021, but especially our own Wexford girls.
And Kate, on the basis of the 3 games in the championship we've seen over the last few weekends, how would you sum up the Wexford performances and team with a view to moving forward?
Yeah, I suppose you'd have to say the Galway game, they gave a good performance. The scoreline probably wasn't justification of the effort and the challenge they put up to Galway that day. It was a good battle and a great starter for Wexford. They went down to Cork and they really, put it to Cork, and bar the 2 goals in the last few minutes, Wexford were well in it. And then today, I suppose, they were cruising probably in half time, and maybe when you're going along nicely in a game like that I suppose it doesn't mean anything. It's harder to psych you up for the second half, and maybe we took their foot off the pedal a little bit in the second half. But overall, I'd say we did ourselves proud this year, considering we'd only 1 game coming in. We're under a new management, and I think we've a lot to look forward to in 2021. And I am looking forward to the league with this team next year and seeing how they build on this.
Well, we certainly did see a very exciting game here in Belfield today in the Liberty Insurance All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. But from our perspective, I suppose we're all delighted here that Wexford came out on top, and just rewards for 3 very good performances in this year's All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship. And we wish both sides the very best of luck for 2021.